Here we have a pie chart. Grade 9A class is represented by color of their eyes as follows. So this pie chart represents the colors of grade 9A eyes. Yes, okay, the English was not English for a second there. Sorry, I was opening my calculator. There we go. Now it says how many degrees would be in the section with brown eyes. Now let's see, brown eyes is here, right? And we want the degrees of how many would be in there. So tell me guys, the pie chart has to add up to what? What does a pie chart have to add up to? 360 degrees. Thank you very much. Now, if we have all the other colors, how are we going to find the one for brown? Give me a second. My stylus has stopped working, meaning I can't write. Just give me 1 second. We would, okay, so people say add all together. And then do what after we add them all together? Yes, Abu, and then we subtract them. And then we subtract them. So you have to say, okay, my stylus is seriously just not working anymore. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to write this. Give me 1 second, guys. Promise you it was working 2 minutes ago. But anyway, we're going to say 360 degrees. Oh, that's terrible. I'm writing with my mouse here. That didn't work out very well. 360 degrees minus 144 for blue eyes. If you added them first, that's fine. If someone asks, okay, minus 144 minus 60 and minus 48. And by the looks of things in the chat, the answer is 108 degrees. 108. Okay. Yes, Likona. Yes, Likona.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
What question are we doing?
1.3.1, Likona.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay, yes. So we had a vote. I don't know if you were here for that part, but we had a vote about which question in each section we wanted to do. And 1.3 was the one most voted for. So we have skipped 1.1 and 1.2. And we are on 1.3.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, how many marks? The mark allocation is there. That is just 1 mark. So it's 1 mark for saying 108 degrees. Okay. Has to be 25 marks. No. What percentage of learners have dark brown eyes? So we have the degrees of learners for dark brown eyes. How are we going to convert the degrees to a percentage? Anyone have an idea? I'm seriously still trying to get this thing to work, and I'm losing my mind at this point. 48 over 360 times 100. Yes, Kwezi, beautiful. So the 48 is out of how much in total? The 48 degrees is out of how much in total? We're listening, but not responding. Anyone there? There we go. It's out of 360. Guys, there's 92 of you in here. We need to participate, okay? Remember, this is not a spectator sport. So we're not here to just listen. We need to participate, okay? So I'm going to need a little bit more responses than 2 people out of 90. Now it's 93, 193. There we go. We're going to need to participate, okay? Right. So in total, there are 360 degrees, and dark brown is 48 of the 360. So 48 of the 360. But we want a percentage. So percentage, we always multiply by 100. And that'll give you how much? Let's see. 13,333 recurring. Someone says 7,5. So now I don't know what you guys did. That's different. Let's see. 48 divided by 360. Excuse me. That would indeed be 13,3. Okay, you guys are gonna have to bear with me here because I'm writing with my, what's this getting called? Trackpad. 13,33%. So out of 100. Okay. If there are 30 learners in the class, how many have green eyes? So they're telling you in total, this whole class has 30 people. And we know that green eyes make up 60 degrees of the pie chart. So how are we going to find out of the 30, how many have green eyes? Anyone have an idea? It's okay, Wanga, welcome. Yes, I am. So guys, if 60 of, see, I'm giving you guys a clue. 60 out of 360 of 30 learners have green eyes. So how are we going to find out the number of people with green eyes? Thank you, Abu. So you're going to say 60 divided by 360. Guys, think of it as a percentage. If I said it's 15%, you would have said, so 15 of the 100 have green eyes multiplied by the amount of learners, which are 30. So that should give you what? Let's hear. So then we're going to say, you didn't guess. You are good at this, Abu. I see you. So you're going to say the amount of learners, which is 30 times. So in this pie chart, green eyes make 60, a fraction of 60 out of 360. Right? And that's going to give you how many learners? 5 learners. Beautiful, guys. Yo, my handwriting is really giving me nightmares, but my stylus does not want to work. Like, I have no idea what to do with it now. Okay. Great. Now the last one, 1.3.4. In grade 9B class, there are 15 learners with blue eyes. And in a circle diagram, they take up 60%. So how many learners in total are there in the grade 9B class? Oh, this is something interesting. This is something interesting. Kwezi, we are on 1.3.4. We just did 1.3.3. I can't number properly because, yeah, my stylus isn't working. So I'm going to do this. So yellow is the first one. Pink is the second one. Blue is the third one. Ooh. And now we're on the fourth one. 1.3.4. Okay. We're here. 1.3.2 was 13,33%. Okay, Abu, let's hear your idea. So 15 of them are blue eyes. 15. And this 15 makes up 60%. So how are we going to figure out what the 100% is? How are we going to figure out what the 100% is? Okay, Abu, you're very close. Abu says 60% times 15, but you would do that if you wanted 60% of the 15. But now we're telling you that the 15 is the 60%, right? Oh, my stylus started working out of nowhere. Oh, praise the Lord. There we go. Thanks for trying, Abu. You made my stylus start working. So then we're going to say 15 times. So do we want the 60 or the 100? Nice, Abu. Oh my goodness. So you're going to say times the 100 and divide it by 60. Okay. Okay, I know this is going to be very difficult for all of us, for some of us to understand, but think of it like this. Ratios, someone said ratios are terrible and whatever. So the 15 is 60 parts, right? And we want 100 parts. So first you need to divide by 60 to find out how much one part is. Do we understand? So let's do that. So you're going to say 15 divided by 60 is 0.25. So if 0.25 is 1 part and we want 100 of them, you're going to say multiply by 100, and that indeed will give you 25. So there are 25 learners. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down. How do we feel about 1.3? One thumbs up, thumbs down. Any questions before we move on? Thank you, Kwena, for your response. And the very few votes that I see there. Tandolo too, you need to ask a question, darling. Where did I lose you? Tando, raise your hand. Khagelo, we divided by 60. Think of it like this, Khagelo. If I say to you, I have 10 sweets, okay? I have 10 sweets, and these sweets make up 50% of the total sweets in the bag, right? Okay, now I want to know how many sweets were there originally in the bag. You get it? So let's say out of the 10 sweets, let's say I divide it by 5. So 5 is going to give me how much percent? It's going to give us how much percent? Khagelo, where's Khagelo? If I divide this by 5, how much percent is it? That would have given us a 10%, right? But I want 100%. So to get from the 10 to 100, I would multiply by 10. So what I did was, okay, in this question that we have over here, decided to make this 15 one part, okay? So think about it. Now I'm doing a little lesson that's like going back to the days. I don't want you guys to just cram it. I want you guys to understand what's going on, right? So this 15 is 60 parts of the total, right? So I'm going to divide by 60 to find out how much one part was, and it was 0.25, okay? But how many of those one parts do I have? I have 100 of them. So you're going to say divided by 60 to find out how much one part is, and then times by 100 to see how much the 100 parts would be, okay? Yes, Tando?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello?
Ma'am, I wanted to find out something about 1.3.4. So
Yes.
I read the question again, and they said that they have 15 learners with blue eyes. And in a circle diagram, it will take 60% of the diagram.
Yes.
So do we take so where did this, so when you were doing the sum, so when I check on the circle, I see that there's no blue eyes. It only says green. So where did
Tando, this circle was for which class?
9B, I mean 9A, sorry.
And the question 1.3.4 is for?
9B.
So they're two different classes. Do you see?
Also, the diagram doesn't,
There's
they don't
nothing
go
to do with
together.
that. No.
Okay.
This diagram was representative of class 9A, and this question was for 9B. So we need to read our questions very carefully, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
There we go. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's move on. It's already 20 past. This time is flying. I'm going to check the poll. 2.2 was voted for. Next, let's do 2.2. Okay, 2.2 says, in the figure, calculate X and Y. X and Y. Give me one word we're going to use. Give me one word we're going to use to calculate X and Y, guys. Pythagoras. Beautiful. Guys, if you know the answer and it's already been posted, I want you to post it as well, because I want to see that you are listening and participating. Okay, we are up to 101 of us in here. I need participation. Okay, Wonderful. We're going to use Pythagoras. Now, if we look at y, do we have enough information on triangle ACD to work out y? No, we don't. So we would have to start with, exactly, we would have to start with finding out x on ABD. So Pythagoras says AD squared plus BD squared will give you AB squared. Do we have AD squared? No, that's what we're trying to find out, right? So I'm just going to put it as x squared because they have named it for us, x. DB squared is 9 squared equals 15 squared. So x squared equals, how much is 15 squared? Thank you very much, Abu. I love it. 15 squared is 225. And we're going to subtract 81. Be careful. So then x squared will be 144. Square root both sides. Therefore, x equals 12. So x here is 12. Nice. I like that I'm seeing more messages in the chat. Let us participate. Yes, Tandolwe too.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask for the part when you had to calculate for 225 plus 81. Is it? I said plus. Is it wrong?
Remember, Tando, 81 was on this side, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
What happens when you transpose?
Oh, it changes the
There we go.
signs.
There we go.
Okay.
So it was plus, and now it becomes a minus.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. There we go. Thanks, Tando, for your question. We are done with x. Now, do we have enough information to work out y? Do we have information? Yes, we do. We have two sides, and y is the hypotenuse of the second triangle. So in our second triangle, AC squared plus AD squared equals CD squared, okay? AC, we've been given is 8 squared plus 12 squared that we just figured out. Will give you CD squared. So CD squared is 64 plus 144. I'm hoping we've already figured these out. Equals 208, I believe, 208. Square root both sides, square root both sides. CD is how much? Calculator out. Let's hear. Let's see, 208, the square root. Anyone? If it says 4 square root 13, press SD. Press SD. Thank you very much. 14,42. Nice. Okay. Now let's go to 2.2.1. This was just 2.2, which is strange numbering. Okay. I don't know what is wrong with me, but okay. So 2.2.1 says, Noni takes a bus to school. She lives 45 kilometers from school. If the average speed of the bus is 80 kilometers an hour, how many minutes does she spend on the bus? Mark allocation, says Kwezi. Okay. Kwezi, you'll probably get a mark allocation for correctly substituting there, and final answer on both of them. It's only 4 marks. Okay. Correct substitution and final answer. And this final answer would be a little bit tricky because you have to round off properly. If you round off incorrectly, your teacher might take away marks. Okay. Thank you very much, Abu. So we have been asked how many minutes, that is time. So time, how do we work out time, guys? We should know our triangle. Distance, speed, time. That was my best attempt at that triangle. So if you look here, speed is distance over time, time is distance over speed, and distance is speed times time. So the placement of these is not coincidental. It's supposed to remind you what you divide and what you times. So times is distance over speed. What is my distance in this case? 45, we've been given. And our speed is an average of 80. And that gives you what? That gives you what? 0.56, but we have a problem. What did the question ask for? How many minutes? This 0.56, what is the unit for this? What is the unit for the 0.56 that we just found now? Be careful. Look, our speed was given in. It was 80 kilometers an hour. So this is 0.56 hours, but we want minutes. Now, I saw someone say it's 56 minutes and it is not. How do you get from hours to minutes, guys? How do you get from hours to minutes? Ooh, we don't know conversions. Hours to minutes, no. We multiply by 60. So 0.56 multiplied by 60. Now give me how much it is in minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, our rounding off is a bit off. I don't know what's going on. Let's see, 45, 0.56 times 60. Okay, I got 33.6 minutes. Okay, so let me have a little crash course quickly here because I think we have forgotten our conversions to go from seconds to minutes to hours. Okay, so seconds to minutes, you divide by 60. Minutes to hours, divide by 60. Hours to minutes, times by 60. Minutes to seconds, times by 60. Do not ever take this answer as you must times by 100, okay? Because you must remember this 0.56 is out of 100 and we don't have 100 minutes in an hour or 100 seconds in a minute. You must use draw. Take a screenshot of this, these two. Please, please, please. Let's know our conversions. All right. Okay, let's see. So mark allocation. First of all, its conversion is going to be very important. The correct hours and formula, 3 marks. So you have to have the formula correct, and then you have to substitute correct, final. Yeah. And then let's see. During roadworks, there's a stop and go where the bus had to wait 15 minutes in the morning. So what was the average of the bus today? This is a terrible question. I should have said, so what was the average speed of the bus? Okay. What was the average speed of the bus today? So now, oh, I'm realizing when I made the memo for this, I actually read this wrong. What are we going to do with this 15 minutes, guys? What are we going to do with this 15 minutes? Add, I had read it wrong. So when you guys get the memo, please fix it. I subtracted because I didn't read carefully. So today, in today's case, instead of taking 33.6 minutes, how long does it take? Let's see, this is 2.2.2. That's right here. So instead of taking 33.6, there we go. So we're going to say 33.6 plus 15, and that's going to give us 48.6 minutes. Nice. And now what do we do, guys? We're going back to distance, speed, and time. But what are they asking us this time? They're asking us speed. So my formula for speed is distance over time, which is equal to, the distance doesn't change, right? She lives 45 kilometers away. So it's still 45 kilometers, but still, do you think we can substitute this as is? Can we substitute the minutes as is, guys? No, what are we supposed to do first? Oh, we are on the ball today. What are we supposed to do first? Convert, nice, divide by 60. We need to convert it to hours. So what's 48,6 divided by 60? Equals 0.81 hours. Okay, so at the bottom, I'm going to say divided by 0.81. Now tell me what the new speed is. I like that we have more participation. I love it. The more you participate, the better this will feel for you, okay? If you're just watching, it's very overwhelming and you might get confused. Okay, is it 5,5 or 55,55? Or just 55? Okay. Therefore, it will be 55,55 kilometers an hour. Whoo, nice, guys. Let's do our thumbs up, thumbs downs. I saw a question. Where did we get 60 on 2.2.1? We got it from conversions, Sonwabile. They gave it to us in minutes, but you cannot substitute minutes in this formula. So to go from minutes to, no, they gave it to us in what? No, they gave it to us in hours, excuse me. We wanted to know what the minutes was. They gave it to us in hours, so we had to times by 60. Look at my little sketch that I did for you guys here. Look. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay, guys, we have to do difficult questions because if we're being realistic, are your teachers going to put easy questions in the exam? No. I know because I'm a teacher. Okay, so we have to push ourselves, right? We have to push ourselves. Okay, mark allocation, it is 3 marks. Let's see where our allocation is. You're already converted, so I don't imagine that you are going to get a mark for conversion, but you will get one for here and perhaps the correct substitution. So we already know that you know the formula because you used it, right? So it's probably going to be correct substitution of distance and the correct substitution of time. So that those would be accuracy marks, guys. So if it's not 0.81, your marks are gone. If you don't use 45, your marks are gone. Okay, and then the last answer. Nice. Anyone have a question? Please raise your hand if you have a question so I can answer you. Let us move. That question went a little bit faster. We need to keep our pace. I know English was like tap out. We are talking too much. Bye. Okay, 3.3, we all voted for 3.2. Question 3, yes, Tandule too.
I just wanted to ask for converting to seconds. Why do we have to do that?
Okay, so in this formula, Tando, you can only use hours, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And we did use hours, but look what the question asked. How many minutes does she spend? So we got our answer in hours, but that's not what the question wanted. They wanted minutes. So we have to just read the question carefully. Do you see?
Okay. But what,
And then the last one.
2.2.2?
The last one, remember we had minutes. We were on 48,6 minutes. But
Yes,
what did I just say about the formula? You can only use? Which unit of time do we use in this? We can only use hours, right?
Oh, yes.
So if we had minutes, we have to convert back to hours before we substitute into our formula.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you forget, guys, just think about speed. When you ask a person, how fast is this car? Nobody ever says it's 60 kilometers per minute, right? It's always 60 kilometers per hour. Right. Okay, so we all voted 3.2. Oh, it was this guy. Let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Now, with such questions, guys, we need to fill in all the information that you have. Okay. It doesn't help that you're reading it up there. All right. It doesn't help. You need to put on the sketch so that you can visualize what these people are saying. So first it says AE is parallel to CD. Let's see, AE, CD. It's already been filled in for us. Look here. Look here. Tashrika, it's probably because your information was up there. Because then you have to remember everything they said and you're like, wait, what? And then you're missing information and yeah. And then they also say AB is parallel to CEK. That's been filled in for us. But look here, guys. Triangle BCD. So BCD. So this whole big angle from there to there is 150 degrees. Okay. And then it says angle B is 50 degrees. Angle B is all the way here. 50 degrees, and angle ACB, so start here, ACB, so just C1 is 70. So the whole angle is 150 and only C1, so just going from there to there is 70. Now I need to write it a little bit better than this, otherwise, yeah. So C1 is 70, but this whole angle from there to there is 150 degrees. Okay. Is angle E 50 degrees? Where's angle E? We don't know that. They didn't tell us anything about angle E. Okay, now it says calculate X and Y using reasons. Now let us look, guys. They sure didn't give us parallel lines for nothing. Okay, I promise you. Thank you very much, Saneli. So you can use co-interior angles to find X. Remember co-interior angles, guys, out of the F and the U and the N, which one is co-interior angles for our parallel lines? Is it the F, the U, the N? Which one? The U. So for people who might be struggling to see it, let me highlight the U for us, okay? So it goes that way. I'm struggling to show you, but I said, let me show you. Imagine. So you go that way. There you go. Terrible, but okay. That way and that way. We've been told these lines are parallel, right? Okay. So that means co-interior, okay? That means 50 degrees plus 50 degrees is angle B, right? Plus C1 plus C2. But we've been told how big C1 is, right? C1 is 70 degrees. And then plus C2, which is X that we're looking for. All these have to add up to how much? 180 degrees. Beautiful. And then, so you're going to say then X will have to be 180 minus 50 minus 70. And tell me in the chat while I take Ndalo's question, how much is X? Yes, Ndalo.
Ma'am, I have a question. Isn't there a Z if you go from B to A, then from C to E?
There is, but there is no angle here by A1. So that's not going to help us. Do you see that? Unless you do interior angles of a triangle. Is that what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can do that. So if you say 50 plus 70 plus A1 equals 180, and your reason is interior angles of a triangle, then you can find A1, and then you can do your Z and say A1 is equal to C2, and you'll get the same answer. Beautiful. I didn't even see that. That's nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Speaking of reasons, I forgot my reasons. Co-interior angles, AB parallel to CE. Therefore, X is 60 degrees. Okay, so there are two ways of doing this. As Ndalo has pointed out, you could have said in triangle ABC, okay, and then you said 50 degrees plus 70 degrees plus A1 equals 180 interior angles of a triangle, okay? And then you have a Z, look here, go up that way. So A1, which will be 60, would be equal to X, okay? Someone said I have another way of calculating X. Let us know what it is, Tando. Let us know what it is. C3 is 80. Remember, you don't know the bottom part of C. Okay, we don't know the bottom part of C, so we can't use angles around a point. But we have been told that all of this is 150. Okay, now I want to know how we're going to work out Y. CS says Y equals 70 odd angle. Is AE parallel to BD? Oh, be careful. Is this line parallel to the one at the top? Look carefully. Yeah, so we cannot use it. When I says Y is 40, how did we find it? Okay, I'm going to use my method. Co-interior angles. Okay. Yes, Tando?
Hi, ma'am. I just wanted to tell you on how
Oh, your connection, Tando.
I got X.
Okay, let's hear. Okay, your connection was, I don't know. Okay, just write it in the chat, please, Tando, because we couldn't hear you properly on the side. Okay, please. So how are we going to get it? Exterior angle. Remember, the exterior angle has to be an extension of the triangle. This is not a straight line. You see that? It curves like that. All right. Let's see how we're going to work out Y. The reason is co-interior angles, guys. There's not enough space to show both. Here's the reasons. We're now working out Y. It's just co-interior. I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, nobody has an idea. Okay, guys, look here. We've been told C1, C2, and C3 is 150 degrees, okay? And we have a second set of parallel lines. I don't think they gave us that for nothing. So I'm gonna start, and if someone sees where I'm going with this, you can stop me, and then we can do it together. 3.2.1 is this one. I'm gonna go to the bottom and say 3.2.2. So 70 degrees plus X, which is 60 degrees, plus C3 is equal to 180 degrees. And that was given, right? So therefore C3 is how much? It's 180 minus 70, whoop, minus 70 degrees, minus 60 degrees. Therefore, C3 is 50 degrees, I believe. All right, you see it. You see it. Okay. Y is 50. No, wait. Let's see where I'm going with this. Yes, Tando?
Ma'am, I wanted to check, isn't C3, is C1, 2, and 3, 150 degrees?
Oh, it's 150, not 180. Thank you very much.
Because, ma'am, I found something off when you were doing this.
It's 150 because it's not a straight line. 150. That's why I said given. Now I see. So then how much is it? 150 minus 130. 20 degrees. 20 degrees. Thank you very much. So we have C3. What am I going to do with the C3, guys? Let's see. Nice. So what am I going to do with C3? There are two ways to work it out, but I see one of the ways have been written in the chat. 60 plus 20. Okay, 60 plus 20. Nice. You can do co-interior angles. Okay, you can do co-interior angles, but first you have to say angle E. You can't just use something without saying, guys, remember? So you're going to say angle E is equal to 20 degrees. And these are alternate angles because AE is parallel to CD. Okay, so now we have a 20 over here. So we're either going to use this co-interior angles, or you're going to use the angles in a triangle. So how much is it going to be, guys? How much is it going to be? Tandulet says, but E needs to be 50 because B is parallel to E, making it 50. I'm not sure what you mean. Please clarify. Remember, BC is not parallel to AE, okay? Only, let me show you, only the ones that I've highlighted. AE is parallel to only CD, not the whole BD. You can see this one is a little bit tilted, so that's not parallel. Or sum of angles in triangle, there we go. So I'm gonna go with sum of angles in triangle. So X was 60 degrees plus E, which is 20 degrees, plus the Y will give us 180 degrees. And this is sum of angles in a triangle. Okay, so then Y will be equal to 180 degrees minus 60 minus 20. Whoop, I don't know what happened there. Minus 20 degrees. Therefore, Y is 100 degrees. Woo, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let's hear what we have to say. Questions? Remember, you're going to get a memo of all of this. Even if you don't get to write it down, you're going to get a memo. Kwezi, where did I lose you? You need to ask a question. There's only 3 thumbs up in reactions, and there are 104 of you in here. I'm going to need more reactions than that. There we go. Now I'm seeing a little bit more. Kwezi, please raise your hand quickly and tell me where I've lost you. Thank you very much for your thumbs up, for your responses. Sanelis is like, look, I couldn't even find. Oh, okay. Sanelis is like, I couldn't even find the emoji. Where did we get 60? We solved for X and got 60. Oh, hello? Here. So the 60 we're adding is X because it's in the triangle AEC. Isn't Y 40? Why is Y 40? Okay. I did co-interior angles. With which angle? If you're going to do co-interior, remember A1 is how much? A1 is also 60. Okay, A1 is also 60. So it's still 60 plus Y plus 20. And you should still get the same answer. Remember, co-interior angles are not equal. They add up to 180. So A1 is 60 plus the 20 plus Y. It looks a lot like this one. It's just that your reason will be co-interior angles instead of sum of the angles in a triangle. There we go. Okay, let's see. We're moving at a good pace. I like it. Question 4, we all wanted to do 4.2. What was 4.2? Oh, this guy. Damn, damn, damn. Okay, let's see. BCDE is a rectangle. Well, they didn't tell us that for nothing. Think about it. Okay, and then it says, what is the length of AB? AB is the what of the triangle? AB is the? All right, as long as you see your mistake. AB is here. Hypotenuse, thank you very much. So we want AB. So how are we going to find AB, guys? Pythagoras, yes. So now let's see if we have all the information that we need for Pythagoras. How long is BE? And give me a reason. BE and give me a reason. B is the base of my triangle. It's over here. How long is that? Whoop. Someone said 50, 60. 50. Thank you, Kwezi Kazi, for my reason. Okay, so you can't just use information, remember, without telling me where you get it. So we're going to say BE equals 50 centimeters because opposite sides of rectangle are equal. Okay, so this is 50. Let me fill it in. 50 centimeters. Now, how are we going to work out AE? Does anybody know how we worked out AE? Anybody tried it? Divide by 2? No, be careful. I never said AE is equal to ED. Remember, you can't assume. Yes, Kendra. Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Miss. Would AE be 38 centimeters?
How many? 38.
38, Miss.
How did you find it? Tell us.
So 42 is the diameter of the circle, which is also the same length as ED, and then AD is 80 centimeters, which means 42 minus 80 makes 38.
Beautiful, Kendra. That was beautiful. So 80 minus 42. Therefore, our height is 38 centimeters. That is correct. Thank you very much. That was beautiful, guys. That was beautiful. Oh, I see in the chat as well, some people have gotten it. Yes, guys. So look here. The diameter of a circle has been given as 42, right? And this circle goes from the top to the bottom of the rectangle. So if the middle of the rectangle is 42, then the two sides will also be 42. And if the whole AD is 80, and this part over here, ED, is 42, that means the rest of it has to be 80 minus 42. You cannot divide it by 2 unless I tell you that ED is equal to AE, which I have not. Okay, so we cannot assume that they are exactly the same length. Nice. Now we have our two sides. This is 38. Okay, do we have enough information to find AB? There we go. Nice, Abu. We use Pythagoras. We have enough information. So Pythagoras says BE squared plus AE squared will be the side that we want, which is AB squared. We said BE is 50 centimeters plus 38 centimeters equals AB squared. Okay, let's see. How much is 50 squared? 2,500 plus 38 squared. 38 squared. Thank you very much, Khogelo and Wanga. 1,444 equals AB squared. What's the sum of those two? I should probably number this. 4.2.1. What's the sum of them? So 2,500 plus 1,444. 3,944 equals AB squared. And if we square root them, therefore AB equals 62,80 centimeters. Nice. So now we have question 1 done. This is 62,80. 62,80 centimeters. Okay. And then it says calculate the area of the shaded region. In other words, this whole triangle and the little bits of the rectangle. Okay. How are we going to do this, guys? Any ideas? Bali, we're still working. We have a lot of work to do. Any ideas how we're going to do this one? r equals 21. That is true. And we are going to use it, Abu. Tell me how we're going to use it. Okay, so basically we need areas of everyone. Ne? We need areas of everyone. Since Abu already brought up the circle, I'm going to start with the circle. 4.2.2. So radius equals 42 divided by 2 because 42 was our diameter. So the radius will then be 21 centimeters. What is the formula for area of a circle? Formula for area of a circle? Nice. So area, okay, I should probably name them. Otherwise, I'm going to be with a bunch of areas here. Equals pi radius squared, which is pi times 21 squared. And that is how much? And that is how much? One, 385, comma, 44 centimeters squared. Nice. Now we need the area of a triangle. How do you work out the area of a triangle? How do you work out the area of a triangle? Half base times height. Thank you very much. Equals half of, let's check my base and my height. Which base and which height are we using? Okay, there's only one base, but I want to know which height are we going to use? Look at your sketch. Which height are we going to use? 38. Nice, because it is the perpendicular height. You cannot use the slanted height. Okay, so half of, okay, 50. Let me write 50 first before we get confused. Half of the base times the height, which is 38. And that gives us how much? Thank you, Abu. 950 centimeters squared. Now, finally, area of the rectangle. Formula quickly. Let's hear. Thank you. Thank you. I am intentionally waiting to see people post my area formula, please. Thank you. Length times breadth. What's the length of my rectangle? What is the length of my rectangle? 50. Thank you very much. Times what? 42. And that gives us 2,100 centimeters squared. Now here's where the trick comes in. Who are we plussing? Who are we minusing? What's going on? So we have the areas of all three shapes. So how do we work out the area of only the region that is shaded? This one. Let me see if you guys know. How would you do it? What are we adding? What are we subtracting? Are we adding everything? Are we subtracting everything? How are we going to get to the area? So if I say subtract all the areas, I want to know more ideas. Area of rectangle plus area of triangle minus area of circle. Okay, I see you, Abu. Add everything, then subtract the circle area. Nice, guys. Nice, 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 nice. So then I'm going to say area of shaded region equals. So area of triangle is 950 plus the area of a rectangle is 2,100 minus the area of the circle, which is 1385,44. So how much is the area of the shaded region? So Professor says, oh, let's see. Oh, I didn't miss a question, did I? No. That is 1,644,56 centimeters squared. Oh, that was a beautiful question in my opinion. All 8 marks, guys. I feel like you guys would have been able to get these 8 marks. Let's see where our marks are. I didn't even do the allocation for the first one. Mark allocation for the first one. Okay, obviously we're going to need a mark for the answer. We're going to need a mark for finding the correct height for this and the reason, and then for probably this Pythagoras. Screenshot. Okay, let me zoom out. Remember, you're still going to get a memo with the exact answers. Okay. Yes, yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, at the final answer for you made a mistake there.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, what is it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be 1664.56 centimeters square.
Oh, 1664, not 1644. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Sia. Squared. Nice. Thank you. There we go. I definitely tongue twister for maths. 164. What? 1664. Guys, it is a beautiful question, but guys, let's admit it. I feel like you guys would get these 8 marks, right? Okay, first mark, correctly finding the radius. And then, of course, 3 of your areas separately. The method of subtraction, the answer, and the unit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so this mark is for subtraction. And this one must be for adding the correct stuff. There we go. I think you guys would definitely get all these marks. I would say it should be 30 marks, but then it would be all 30 marks of your test. No ways. Woo, I think I am going to go and give some exam tips while we all go and get water, get a snack and everything. Okay, be back here as soon as possible while I give some exam tips. Okay. And I have some water. Please stay hydrated, guys. This weather is doing a number on us. It looks cold outside, but it feels hot, but it's this. I don't know what's going on. So just stay hydrated, guys. It's everything all at once. If you guys have any questions about exams, now is the time to ask. Any tips you want to know? One specific thing you want to know about a maths exam? I know the time flies during the thingy, hey? During the bootcamp. I think the time flies during a bootcamp. Tashrik. I always forget to say the ah. Tashrika, what are you doing actually? Fan on, blanket on. You. Yes, Tando.
Ma'am, I have an exam question. So, ma'am, in an exam, so if like in any of the geometry questions, will they ever like so my question is, in any of like, so in the work that we just did, will they ever ask us like questions like, why did you do this? And then you have to give reasons, or just the math, like the writing of the sums and stuff like that?
You do need to write reasons, okay? But you need to write reasons for stuff that you use. Like here, I should have said Pythagoras, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And remember, I said you can't do something without giving us a reason. Like we said, BE is 50. You can't just use 50 centimeters without telling the teacher that I know BE is 50. I don't assume because it's a rectangle. So you're giving a solid reason. But otherwise, maybe in some problem solving, they might give you a sum and say, this sum has been solved incorrectly. Tell us why. So then you need to know your reasons, because then you have to check for everything. And then you need to be able to explain that, okay, this is wrong because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, yeah, you just need to know. It's better for understanding. That's why I always ask you why.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Next question.
Mhm.
So with this transformation geometry, will in the test, will they ask us to draw in the test, or will they just ask us questions like the coordinates and stuff like that?
It totally depends on your teacher.
Okay,
Honestly, it really does depend on your teacher. This specific one, remember, it was just stating what type of transformation it is. That was
Okay.
this, but they could also ask you, if you're given these coordinates and you move it in this way, what are the new coordinates? Or they might give you a sketch and say reflect it without actually writing the coordinates. So there are like so many ways they could ask it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, yeah.
Hello, ma'am, again.
Hello.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, can you go back to the question that we just did with Tando?
This one.
Yes. Ma'am, for Pythagoras, I thought you need to have a 90 degrees in order to do Pythagoras.
Oh, but Sia, what shape is this one at the bottom?
It's a rectangle.
What do we know about the angles of a rectangle? All interior
course.
angles of a rectangle, they are the angles, not the sides. Do you remember, Sia?
Like, ma'am, like two angles are equal.
We know that all the angles of a rectangle are 90 degrees,
Yeah.
right? So if this side is 90 degrees and they're on a straight line, then this side is also 90 degrees. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
you're welcome. Okay, guys, let me go through the tips quickly. All right. So first thing is you must have enough rest between studying and writing. Guys, you cannot study 24 hours every day. You need some rest. All right. And then before you start writing your exam, go through the whole paper. Some people get reading time, I know, but some don't. But it is in your own best interest to just go through the whole paper before you start writing. Okay, so that you can see the ones that you know and the ones that you feel confident about. And then if you need help, ask for it. What I mean is if you're studying, let's say you're studying, you run into a question and you're like, oh, I'm not quite sure, or a topic, then you go ask your teachers. Your teachers are usually at school for invigilation anyway. So after, let's say you write your English exam or your LO exam or whatever, you go find your teacher and you say, look, I was studying and I figured that I don't actually know how to do this. So can you help me? Okay, there's no harm in asking for help. And then study according to your strength in each topic. Guys, if you know that you are brilliant in algebra, but you know nothing about financial mathematics, you cannot study algebra for 30 minutes and financial mathematics for 30 minutes. You need to divide your time accordingly and your efforts accordingly. Okay, so just take basically less time in algebra just to brush up your skills quickly, remind yourself. And then the one that you really struggle with, spend more time in there. Okay, spend more time following that and fixing it and learning it, asking questions about it. It doesn't help to study all topics for the same amount of time when you're stronger in others. Okay, guys. Yeah. So, yes, Tando?
I have another question. So let's say exam day is tomorrow, and you have friends that are like so worried about the exam. You, on the other hand, you are ready. How do you deal with such friends that like will start making you think,
Anxious.
am I ready, or stuff like that?
You just need to be confident in yourself, Tando. Personally, I'm very straightforward with my friends. And when I am maybe waiting for an exam and someone starts to freak me out, I'll be like, please respectfully, don't do this because I studied on time, I'm confident, and you are making me overthink. So do not inherit their energy. Just be confident in what you learned. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
There we go. Patience, Prince. I did say I'm taking questions. Okay. We are only left with question 5, Prince. So I feel like the advice that I am giving is useful to all of us. And remember, we are polite to each other. We do not send messages in the chat that make other people feel uncomfortable. All right. We don't want anyone to feel weird about asking questions. Okay, let's get started. Thank you, Kwezi. D is 38. And what is my reason? Remember, it says with reasons. With reasons. So D equals 38 degrees. Yes, Sia?
Oh, ma'am, can you finish that question? I wanted to answer find A.
Okay, let me finish this one quickly. And my reason for D is alternate angles because we have been told that AB is parallel to CD. Take it away. It's yes, yeah?
So, ma'am, A is equals to 29 degrees because of vertically opposite.
Nice. Vert op angles. Nice, nice, nice. So far we have A and we have a D. Okay, let's see. I see Abu has written something there.
E is equals to 29 degrees because of alternate angles.
B equals 29 degrees because of alternate angles.
AB is parallel to CD.
I'm glad you remembered my parallel lines. Okay, so we have B. We are down to C. Is it just C left? Ah, okay, let's see C.
C is going to be C plus 29 degrees equals to 180 degrees because of supplementary adjacent angles.
Oh, guys, did you know how fancy that is? Supplementary adjacent angles. So therefore, C is how much?
Oh, so C is going to be minus 29, which is equals to 151.
151 degrees. Woo, that went very quick, guys. That was very quick. Thank you very much, Sia, for helping me throughout this one. Thumbs up, thumbs down with this one. Are we good? Any question? Let's go with thumbs up, thumbs down first. Where did you get lost, Taylor? Please raise your hand. There we go. Yes, Taylor?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
You lost me by C plus 29 equals 180. How did we get the 29 so quick?
B is 29, right?
Yes, because of alternating, yes, ma'am.
And they are on a straight line. Do you agree?
Yes,
So angles on a straight line add up to?
180. Okay. Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome. We just said it in a very fancy way. But if we said adjacent angles on a straight line, that would be fine. See, I was just killing me with English here. I was like, okay. If you
Thank you,
want to
ma'am.
say supplementary adjacent words complement each other, that's fine. Okay, so we still have time. I am going to go to the second most voted questions, okay? Especially the ones that came close. Okay, especially the ones that came close. 4.1. Let me actually look at the actual questions. 3.1, not really. Nobody wanted that one. Question 2. Not really. Question 1. A crop silo is something that, because you spoke about it, I'm going to do it. Okay, no, Kutula, I'm going to do it. A crop silo is something that stores crops. Abu, think of a farmer Once you farm them, remember before you process and everything, you must store them somewhere. Yes, there we go. Okay, so the figure represents a grain silo. Okay, so Nabile, I'll go back down. I'll go back down to question 4. Okay, so now they say calculate the volume of the silo. Now let's talk about this shape. This shape is a cylinder. And what is the formula for cylinder? Yes, Sia?
Ma'am, can I try that question?
Okay, let's hear.
So, ma'am, the formula for volume is pi r squared times height.
That would be true times big height. Okay, and then
Okay. So then I said V is equals to pi, open brackets, 16, close bracket squared times
be
80.
careful. 16 is the what? Is it the radius? It's the diameter. Do you see that?
Yes.
So then the radius would be how much?
So, ma'am, are we going to square root it?
I'm going to divide it by 2. Remember,
Oh,
radius is diameter divided by 2, which is 16 divided by 2, which will be 8. So it's actually pi times 8 squared. And what's my height?
it's 80.
80. Okay, let's go. Calculators, calculators.
So the answer is going to be, 16,084.95.
You're really good at reading numbers because I'm like, excuse me. And what's my unit? Meters. Meters cubed. Thank you. Yo, as soon as you said 16,084, I was like, is there a zero? Is it 1,000? Okay, guys, that was very traumatic. That's 3 marks. Let me first do the allocation quickly. We're going to get 1 for the formula, 1 for that, and 1 for the answer. So it's unit and answer. Okay. And the second one says the exterior, including the top, must be painted. Calculate the total surface area that must be painted. Does anyone know the formula for surface area of a cylinder? Ooh, Kwezi Kazi does. Yes, Kwezi. Let's hear. There we go. Yes, Kwezi.
So ma'am, it's 2 pi r times height plus 2 pi r squared times the big height.
Wait, okay. Times height. Plus, did you say plus?
Yes, ma'am.
Plus
2 pi r squared.
squared. Okay, 2 pi r height. So it's vroom, vroom. Yes, that's correct. Plus 2 pi r squared because there's a circle at the top and at the bottom. Thank you, Kwezi. Do you want to finish this off with me?
No problem, ma'am.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so it's 2 pi into a times 8
Times
8. Wait, no, 80, ma'am. Sorry.
there we go. I was gonna be like, I did the 8. For a moment, I was like, okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
Plus
2 pi, 2
mhm,
pi times 8.
8 squared.
Times 80? Oh,
8
sorry.
squared. Remember, it's the areas of the 2 circles. So it's pi r squared for top and pi r squared for bottom. So we have to say 2 times pi r squared. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go for it. Calculator, calculator, calculator. Andrew is like, I have the answer. Kando, fix your units there. I'm watching you.
It's 4,223. 4,423,
See,
comma
numbers are telling us today.
36
Okay, 3
meters
6.
squared.
Nice. Thank you. Beautiful.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay, that was beautiful, guys. That was beautiful. Okay, someone asked me to go down to question 4.3. There we go. 4.3. So describe the following transformations, and we have to just describe how it moved, right? And where it moved to. Sorry, I'm getting a delivery here, so I have to tell them to just leave it there. So it means in your words, they're going to look for 2 marks. Quizzy is a legend, guys. I didn't even do a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm assuming everyone knows their formulas for surface area and thingy. Okay. That's just formulae, basically. It's just formulas. Sorry. Okay. That's fine. I'll stay on in the end in case someone does have a question. Okay. So let's go. Says describe the transformations. If you haven't noticed, C is the original one. Okay. Because all these transformations are starting from C. So from C to D. How did we get from C to D, guys? You can either check with coordinates or checks using the steps. It didn't move. Kamkhel, remember, if it moved, it would look like so. It would still look like C, but just moved down. Yay! We reflected it where you can't just say reflected. So reflection. There we go on the x-axis. Now, your 2 marks come from first, you have to identify the correct type of transformation and where. So reflected on x-axis, nice. Now, let's go to 4.3.2, which says from C to A. This is a dead giveaway because it looks like it turned around. What is that called, guys? What do we call that in transformations? Rotation. Rotation. Okay, but now we need the degrees, first of all, and it rotated 90 degrees. Okay, it's correct. It is 90 degrees. Remember, reflection. What am I saying? Reflection will be the y-axis and stuff. Woo, but rotation has to do with degrees and direction. Says, okay, so it's 90 degrees. Abu was correct the first time. I don't know why Abu got cold feet. 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Guys, think of a clock. How does a clock tick? That away. But this was reflected backwards. That is the opposite way of the way the clock turns, right? It goes whoop. Yeah. Okay, last one from C to B. Ooh. Enlargement. Okay, 4.3.3. It is an enlargement. And what is my scale factor? Enlargement. Nice. And my scale factor is 3. I think this is a great place to stop the bootcamp. You guys, someone said, may I please get the memo immediately? Usually they do send it on the same day, so they have to send it today. I hope they do. I hope you guys had a productive lesson. Okay, Tando, let's do the pace poll while you guys screenshot. Yes, there is. Bokang, please don't leave without doing it. Oh, my throat hurts. I've been talking too much. Guys, I can't show you the doggy. We have visitors. So like, I'm gonna have to walk through all of those people matching. Yes, this was the last boot camp, guys. Okay, view. Can I zoom out? Okay, first one for screenshots is this one. Whew. Taylor, The scale factor is how much we increased it by. Okay, let me show you quickly. What is the length of the one side of C? Let me show you. The length of this side, it goes from 1 to 2. So what's the length of it? From there to there. Bye. Okay, I'm just waiting for the person who asked me about the scale factor. Taylor, are you there? The length of going from 1 to 2 is 1 unit. Now let's look at B, okay? It's 1, 2, 3 units. That means they took this 1 unit and multiplied it by 3. And if you check all the sides, that's exactly what they did. The ones at the top, it's 1, 2. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means it's been multiplied by 3. So then your scale factor is 3. But we did have an extensive lesson on this, transformations. So please go and look at the past lessons. Okay. Okay, someone asked to screenshot question 3. Let me go to question 3. There we go.